Hello, my name is Madeline, and I am here to present Harry Potter in a very short and descriptive at the same time, and history. Now, we all know the story of Harry Potter, a boy who is secretly very famous and has a bunch of very exciting adventures at Hogwarts. Today, I will be sharing 8 things that you Harry Potter fans like me may or may not know about the Harry Potter franchise. Honestly, I was very surprised about some of these facts, so let's dive into number 1. J.K. Rowling and Harry, the main character, share a birthday. Now, she obviously did this on purpose, that couldn't be a coincidence, and she's the author. Their birthday is on July 31st, and as of 2020, Harry Potter is 40 years old. That's crazy. Now to number 2. It's really funny. J.K. Rowling wrote the names of the Hogwarts houses on the back of a barf bag. Context? No problem. In 2000, Scholastic gave school children across the U.S. an opportunity to ask Rowling questions about Harry Potter. When one student asked her, "What made you think of the people's names in dormitories at Hogwarts?" Rowling responded, I invented the names on the back of an airplane sick bag. This is true. I love inventing names, but I also collect unusual names, so that I can look through my notebook and choose which one suits a new character. Now to number 3. J.K. Rowling wrote a sketch of the final chapter of the final book while still writing the first book. That way, she would be able to plan out every single character's final path. Poor Dobby. Number 3. She created Quidditch after a fight with her boyfriend, and here's what she said about this. You walk out of the house, you sit down in a pub, and you invent Quidditch. I don't really know what the connection between the row and Quidditch is, except that Quidditch is quite a violent game, and maybe in my deepest, darkest soul, I would have quite liked to seen him hit by a bludger. On to number 5. J.K. Rowling's notes were, very complex. The reason for this is that the plot lines were also very complicated. The picture shown is from the Order of the Phoenix, and the chapter outlines and the general plot are also shown. I took this tip to heart as I aspire to be a writer, so now I draw out complicated plot lines in my head. It's hard to kill off characters, but sometimes it's also necessary. Next is number 6. Arthur Weasley was supposed to die. I'm really glad this didn't happen because I cried when, spoiler alert, skip 5 seconds if you haven't read the final book, Dobby died. Glad to see everyone's back. I can't imagine the emotional turmoil I would have gone through reading this. Now to number 7. In the book, Harry is described to have green eyes, but in the movies, Daniel Radcliffe has blue eyes instead. The first time I noticed this, I was furious at the error because the eyes were such an important quality in the book, as mentioned several times that Harry has his mother's eyes. Now the reason for this is that the actor was allergic to contacts. I know, right? That's crazy. Finally is number 8. Muggles can't make potions because you can't make potions without wands. Who knew? Adding dead flies and asphodel over a pot hanging over the fire will give you nothing but a nasty tasting, not to mention poisonous soup, Rowling wrote on Pottermore. Though her least favorite subject in school was chemistry, she admitted that I always enjoyed creating potions in books and researching the ingredients for them. Many of the components through various draughts and libations that Harry creates for Snape exist, or were once believed to exist, and have, or were once believed to have, the properties that gave them. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned a lot about my favorite franchise. Before you go, make sure to check out my peers' works as well. The American Sign Language video is very informative. And enjoy the music montage.